Dancing has always been my passion in life. Dancing was always my favorite thing to do, always. I grew up in Indianapolis, Indiana, and I started dancing at the Jordan Conservatory of Music and Arts. I started dancing in 1957, and I was 8 years old at that time. I started dancing because my neighbor next door kept watching me outdoors playing and doing cartwheels, and she thought I should take dancing lessons, so that's when I started. I started out dancing ballet, and then we progressed to modern jazz and interpretive dance and folk dancing. So we covered just about every form of dance there was. In the beginning, I went once a week for dance lessons, and then later on in high school, I was going every evening after school and dancing until 9 o'clock at night. I first realized that I loved dance when we started studying dance from all the different countries around the world. And it made me want to learn more about all the different types of dance that there is available out there. Because there's modern dance, there's jazz dance, there's folk dance, there's ballet, there's, you know, a lot of different forms of dance.
Let me dry my eyes.
A lot to remember from way back then. The person that supported me and encouraged me to continue in dance was my teacher. Her name was Peggy Dorsey, and she was the best teacher I ever had. I wasn't the best dancer because we had a lot of students from all over the country that came to study under Peggy Dorsey. Just like most anyone, I lost confidence at times, but she never stopped encouraging me because she thought I had a good chance of going somewhere with it. She always pushed me to try more. Once I got in high school, I started touring with the Butler Ballet Company. We toured in Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, Illinois, and Wisconsin. We only had one bad production. I didn't know it at the time, but it only took one production to change my life. See, every year we did the Nutcracker, and it was televised too. It was on TV. And that's when I injured my foot. I was doing a pirouette on stage, and I twisted my ankle and I fell. And my ankle was broken for 2 months, so I had to sit out the rest of our season. I sat in the studio watching the rest of them perform every day. I was at the studio every day from 9 o'clock in the morning until 8 o'clock at night. I lived there in the summer, at the studio practically. I had opportunities waiting for me. A friend of mine told Dean Martin that I was a good dancer and would be a good fit for his show.
I sure want to thank you for all that applause. It helps me locate you.
I met up with him and we discussed me being on his show.
Did you go through with it?
No. My ankle was broken at this time, and it would be a few months before it healed. So I turned the offer down. I could dance, but not like I used to. My dancing in Indianapolis didn't seem as possible as it did before. At 21, I quit dancing and I got married and started my family. Dancing never really left my mind. I was always having an itch for it. I felt like something was missing and I wanted to continue with my dancing. I became a dance instructor in Waseca, Minnesota for a couple of years. I missed it so much that I even danced up until I was 8 months pregnant.
I have to laugh. Edit that out.
I originally wanted to have my own studio, but financially I couldn't afford it. I had 3 children during those years and I just wasn't able to handle it all. So I stopped. I stopped dancing. I haven't danced since I was 30.
Would you have done things differently? Would you have tried to keep dancing longer than you did?
I would have wanted to, but it wasn't going to happen. Circumstances wouldn't allow it.
Do you ever get sad thinking about it?
I get sad sometimes about it, and I do miss it.
Do you think things happen for a reason?
I don't know how to answer this. I think there's a reason and a season for everything, and that's why I don't do it anymore. It's probably best that I didn't do it anymore because I had a family and I needed to spend most of my time with my family. Yes, dancing was my passion in life, and I still miss it. But the memories I have of my dance career, I cherish and I will have for the rest of my life.